How's it going, everybody? My name is Sinikle, and welcome back to some more Saya no Uta, or the Song of Saya. I prefer that name. Last video, we have achieved one of the endings. We chose one of the options that it gave us on the screen, which led us to, it was pretty obvious that it was just like I won't say bad end, because it wasn't really that bad of an end. You didn't die or anything, but it's one of the few endings that this visual novel has. So it was nice to see. Pretty sweet. But we're gonna choose the other option that lets us continue the actual story. So let's go ahead and jump right on in and continue from there. Load it up. Don't need it anymore. On that terrible day when I first opened my eyes after the accident, what would my answer have been? When I think back on this many years from now, will I wish that my answer today had been different? It doesn't matter. Here at this moment, there is no doubt in my mind. Who was that? I asked Saya, looking at the unidentifiable pieces of the monster. The man living next door. I don't know his name. Oh, Mr. Suzumi. Suzumi. Yeah. He was hardly a stranger. We have been neighbors for as long as I can remember. I'd go so far as to say we were on good terms before the accident. And now I've killed him with my own two hands. I feel little. Mr. Suzumi, the kindly painter who lived next door, is but a distant memory. The pieces of meat around me belonged to a creature whose mere existence was nauseating. Only by killing the vermin could I find relief. He complained about my yard being filthy. The swine. Oh my god. Well, yeah. His true nature came out after, and he was a bad man. It doesn't matter what Saya did. He wasn't worth keeping alive anyway. These are my honest feelings. My mind. No. My hands are wet with another man's blood, and yet I am utterly calm. Now I know what I lost in the accident. Sarah says that I can take it back, but I know that I cannot. It is gone forever, like the life of a man called Suzumi. Hey Saya, no doctor could possibly fix my condition, you know? Fuminori? You can do what no human is capable of. You are not human, are you? Saya looks away, her expression unreadable. Everything is monstrous and loathsome in my eyes. Everything but Saya. I thought that she was somehow unique. I was wrong. I see her just as I do everything else, as something other than what she really is. But why should that surprise me? Saya is part of my world, just as I am part of hers. It doesn't change what we are to each other. I stand and walk over to Suzumi's dismembered corpse. I read this manga once, about a man who recovered from an accident only to find that he could no longer see the world as it was. Kind of like me. Oh yeah? What was that called? I finally realized that even though that stench of these monsters' flesh turns my stomach, their blood and guts smell pretty good. In fact, I know this fragrance quite well. He saw people as rocks and robots as... What? He saw people as rocks and robots as beautiful women. And so he fell in love with something that wasn't remotely human. I retrieve the cleaver, pick up a piece of Suzumi's body, and start removing the skin and tendons. Ah, just as I thought. The stuff underneath is exactly the same as what Saya and I have been eating. Hey, this looks pretty good. Let's eat it. So he's perfectly fine with it now. Okay. He's perfectly fine with eating human flesh. Alrighty then. Starting off weird here. Oh, sorry. You are in no mood for that now, are you? Now that it's dead, though, meat is meat. It would be a waste to throw it away. We should get it in the fridge. Is that alright with you? Sure. I answer easily. There is no longer any room for doubt in my mind. Also, his wife and daughter are probably next door. They might cause trouble when he doesn't come home. We'd better hunt them down before they go to the police. First off, okay. He's just really gone now, huh? Just all human emotions and feelings gone. Secondly, they're already dead. Is that really what you want? Saya asks again. Asks again. Why can I not say that word? I don't know. It's weird. This time with a trace of fear in her voice. I guess I still haven't convinced her of my sincerity. Well, at the end of this manga, the man who fell in love for something inhuman gives up his own humanity for the sake of their love. A happy ending, don't you think? You are all I need now, Saya. Nothing else matters as long as we are together. Tossing the knife and meat aside, I pull Saya into my arms once more. I can say it now, can't I? Saya, I love you. As Saya wipes away the tears flowing from her eyes, I can no longer see any hint of fear in her face. I don't want you to regret this. I don't, but I have sworn my oath, and Saya has accepted it. We have nothing to fear now. Saya will never need to cry again. I can't help it. I'm so happy. I guess I'm pretty selfish, aren't I? I don't mind. I'll always indulge your selfishness. Filled with contentment, we exchange a smile and set to the task of cleaning the room. A single person produces a lot more meat than I expected. Speaking of which, I seem to remember doing something similar before. About his wife and daughter. I think he killed them. I heard their screams. Well, that makes things easier. After we finish there... Oh, here. After we finish here, we should go gather the meat from the Suzumi house. I mean, in a way, I was wrong, but I'm still right. I was wrong in the fact that she was, you know, gonna outright kill them for the food. But no. What happened was that she changed one man and got a weird outcome from it, and she was experimenting, and from that, it just spiraled. And now he knows everything, and he's accepted it, and yeah, it's... At the end, there's still food. So I was right. Just not based on the outcome. Or based on the how... You know what. Just shut up. I was partially right. There we go. Jesus Christ. I can't explain shit, man. After we finish here, we should go gather the meat from the Suzumi house. That should be enough to hold us for a while, and we can use their refrigerator to store what won't fit in ours. It's all coming together. Saya and I will be just fine. Sure. Although, I don't think you can continue living like this, because the police are gonna find your ass. And I don't know how you're going to explain it, but hey, all the power to you, bud. I think I recognize this picture. After we finish our labors, we get into bed. I show Saya what I found in Ogwai's house. It looks familiar. Yeah, I've definitely been there. The photograph that Saya has selected is the one with the Tochigi prefecture address on the back. That's a house, right? I see trees and mountains? Yeah, wow, Fuminori. You can see pictures now? A little. At the outset of my ordeal, I had to depend entirely on my sense of distance to decipher what I saw. The houses in front of me, the mountains far behind them, the clouds high above. Only distance and scale told me what they were. Photographs and other flat images used to be nearly impossible to make out. Recently, however, I've gotten better at understanding what things are by their shape. I know what the mountains and sky look like, for instance, and how to tell them apart from buildings. So his mind is slightly improving? Is he saying that he couldn't make out images, but now he can slightly? Okay. Each of the three pictures shows a similar scene, a lone house in the middle of a thick forest. Dad called it his retreat. He said that no one would find us there. Judging by the address on the back of each photo, they probably are excellent places to hide from prying eyes, but why 3? The dates are pretty old, and it seems odd that they were all taken within a few days of each other. Maybe he was scouting properties, looking for the perfect location for his hideaway. Saya recognizes only one of the houses, so that must be the one Ogwai picked. Checking the location on the road map of the Kanto area, I find that it's about 3 hours out of Tokyo by car. Do you think your father will be there? I tried calling him, but he didn't answer. I don't think he's there. But he might have stopped by recently. The way I see it, our only hope of finding Ogwai is to follow whatever lead we have, no matter how small. The probability that his hideout will wield useful information may be low, but it's not 0. I think I'll check this place out tomorrow. Do you have to? Saya pouts. I wasn't expecting her to object. Isn't it far? It will only take about half a day to get there, get out, and come back. I have to stay home by myself while you're gone. So that's what it is. Slightly exasperated, I smile and rub Saya's head. Be a little patient, okay? You want to find your father too, don't you? After a brief silence, during which her expression is hard to decipher, Saya looks up at me and says, "Hey, Fuminori, let's forget about Dad." Huh? That's the last thing I expected her to say. Forget about him. But he's your father. Aren't you worried? Not anymore, Saya says, coming closer to feel my warmth. I have you now. I call him Dad, but he's not really my father. He taught me a lot, and probably loved me in his own way, but you are kinder and warmer. Saya's words make me happy, but I also hear the loneliness in them. Are you really alright with that? Yeah. You don't like it being just the two of us? I do, but I also want to meet Dr. Ogwai. Having finally figured out how to explain my feelings, I continue. I want to get to know you better. If there's someone who knows more about you than I do, I have to meet them. Saya doesn't seem upset, but she does tilt her head quizzically, as though my thoughts are strange to her. And I also want to... Yeah, I'm going to check it out tomorrow. Another plan has started to form in my head, one separate from the search for Dr. Ogwai. What would that be? If I find the doctor there, great. If I don't, well, I think I can find another use for this mountain retreat. Oh! Great! A hideaway place for you to indulge in your cannibalistic things. That's what I'm assuming anyway. But, like I said, it's kind of perfect. I know you'll be lonely, but try to bear it for a little while. Okay, she nods, then looks questioningly into my eyes. Fuminori, you really want a family and friends, don't you? More people you can spend time with? Well, that would be more fun, yeah. Fearing that Saya will start sulking, I hurriedly said, or add, but don't get me wrong, even if I could have a lot of friends, you will always be special to me. I know. Thanks. Giggling, Saya rubs her cheek against mine. I'll find something to make you happy. Something just for you. Today, all of Koji's classes were in the morning. On his way to meet Yo for lunch after his final lecture, Koji suddenly gets a call in the middle of the hallway. Without thinking, he reaches for his belt for his new camera phone, but curses when he realizes that the ringtone is coming from an old phone in his bag. He hasn't transferred his contacts list yet, and calls still come to his old phone from people who don't know the new number. When he finally fishes the phone from his bag, the name he sees on the display sends a chill up his spine. Fuminori. I knew it. Why now? What does he want? It's hard to be happy about the call from Fuminori after the incident at the Ogwai house.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, Koji. You are done with class for today, right? Yeah. Of course, Fuminori would know that Koji is free on Thursday afternoons. I need to talk to you about something. Can you come to the parking lot? Now? Yeah. I'll be waiting. Fuminori hangs up without another word. What's gotten into him? What does he want? Koji wonders as he sticks the phone into his jacket pocket. The sudden change is disturbing after a week of Fuminori avoiding both Koji and Yo. Maybe he's finally ready to talk, in which case Koji should probably consider this a good thing. However, he can't shake the feeling that something is wrong. Yeah. Oh boy, I wonder where this is gonna lead. Did I keep you waiting?
Yeah.
No. In the parking lot, Koji finds Fuminori leaning against the fender of Koji's car. The last time they met was in the darkness of an abandoned house. This is the first time in over a week that they have spoken face to face in the light. Perhaps that is why Koji senses something strange in Fuminori's expression. He's not sure what exactly, but something has changed. I think I told you before that I'm looking for information on a man named Ogwai. Yeah, I got that. Well, it's starting to get more complicated. It looks like I can't handle it by myself after all. Fuminori seems more relaxed than before. He used to be tense all the time, like he was terrified of something, but now his expression is calm. He's even wearing what resembles a sheepish grin. I need your help, Koji. Nevertheless, some instinct is telling Koji that Fuminori's changes are not for the better. Why the sudden change of heart? Koji asks, keeping his expression neutral. to conceal his suspicion. You are curious, aren't you? Fuminori responds coolly. His smile, unreadable as ever, offers no glimpse of his true motives. You searched Dr. Ogwai's house after me. It's a waste of time for us to look for him separately. We should team up. Why? Why does he sense malice, thick and vicious, lurking behind Fuminori's smile? Anyway, I need your car today. Mind driving? I guess not. Fuminori's car was destroyed in the accident, so Koji isn't surprised that he needs a lift. Koji unlocks his car and gestures for Fuminori to take the passenger seat, then gets behind the wheel and starts the engine. Well, where are we going? North Tochigi, near the Nasu Heights. Tochigi? Koji can't believe his ears. Here's the address, Fuminori says, handing Koji a photo with an address on the back. We need to find this building. He seriously expects to be driven over 100 kilometers and back. Koji doesn't know whether to be angry or impressed. If we leave now, we should get there by evening, right? Yeah, maybe. Koji sighs heavily, tapping the steering wheel as he claims. Yes. What? No. Words! Koji sighs heavily, tapping the steering wheel as he calms himself down. Now that he's come this far, the only thing he can do is see his friend's craziness through to the end. Is this a vacation home or something? Probably. Dr. Ogwai should be there. Koji isn't looking forward to meeting the owner of that creepy house, but he's even more uneasy about letting Fuminori go alone. It looks like he just has to grin and bear it. We might not get back until night. Sorry for the trouble. Don't mention it. Koji drives out to the parking lot, leaving the rest of what he'd thought to say unspoken. Fuminori's smile seems wrong somehow, like a mask hiding his true face. Good intuition. And now we're in this perspective. Why are we in the perspective of Yo here? Okay. Did not know she had a big role like this here. Let's go. Alright. Yo finds herself sitting alone in the cafeteria, searching for a familiar face as her lunch cools on the table in front of her. Oh. Did not get a text from Koji saying he won't be there. Welp. Careless friends. So careless. She was hoping to see Koji today, but he must have had other plans. That wouldn't be at all unusual. Normally, Omi and Fuminori would pick up the slack. But Omi and Fuminori aren't here anymore. Yo puts her chopsticks down, her appetite ruined by the lack of company, and by the anxiety eating at her. Omi is missing, Fuminori has turned on her, and she has no idea why. If Koji were here, she could count on him to distract her with some idle conversation. Now that she is all by herself, Yo becomes keenly aware of how little tolerance she has for loneliness. She begins to feel paranoid, like the whole world is plotting to take from her everything that she cherishes. What is going on here? Where has Omi gone? Is Fuminori really unrelated to her disappearance? Or is he the key to this mystery, as Koji and Dr. Tambo suspect? Yo recalls the events of last Thursday, alone and without an outlet for her pain after Fuminori verbally... nice choice of words here. Verbally eviscerated her. Oh yeah. It was brutal. Yo was lucky enough to run into Koji, although he could hardly make her problem go away. His kindness was a comfort. At the same time, Omi was on her way to Fuminori's house, and she hasn't been heard from since. Please do not tell me she is about to do what I think she is about to do, and go to Fuminori's house. Yo has only been aware of Fuminori's connection to Omi's disappearance since yesterday, when Koji revealed the truth during their visit to the hospital. What if? A new possibility occurs to her, a reason for why Omi suddenly decided to visit Fuminori. What if it hadn't been a coincidence that Yo ran into Koji that day? What if Koji and Omi had known what transpired between her and Fuminori, and had decided to act separately? Omi might have seen the confrontation in the courtyard. He might have been eavesdropping. It's not unthinkable. Gasp. As the idea forms in her mind, Yo feels as though something is tearing apart her body from the inside. It's only a possibility, but if it's true, then whatever happened to Omi is Yo's responsibility too, isn't it? Yo clutches her head, groaning in agony. The food on her tray is now cold. Not that she would have eaten it anyways. Despite her frustration and anxiety, Yo is unable to act on her own. She has never been good at adapting to challenges, and no one would ever call her proactive. She hasn't the slightest idea how to respond to this situation. If Omi were here, she would probably tell Yo to think positive and trust her instincts. Yo has always depended on her best friend's energy. Now that Omi is gone, Yo realizes just how weak and useless she is. You can only sink deeper and deeper into the abyss of self-loathing. The sudden ringing of her phone pulls her back from the brink of despair. It's a text message. There's no title, and the sender is... What is Saya doing? What? Why? Huh. Okay. Omi! Yo cries out in shock. The message itself is even more baffling. If you want to know about Sakisaka Fuminori, come to his house alone. Tell no one. What is Saya doing? What is this? Why is she doing this? The message bears no trace of Omi's personality, but Yo can't deny that it was sent from her phone. She takes a deep breath to calm herself before typing her reply, taking care that excitement doesn't cause her fingers to slip. Is that you, Omi? Where are you? Yo presses send. The screen shows that her message was received. As she waits for a reply, her mind fills with questions. Is someone else using Omi's phone to send text messages? If so, why to her? Yes! Alright, she is not completely oblivious and stupid. Great. Something suddenly occurs to her. She and Omi have exchanged countless messages over the years, many of which contained the sort of embarrassing confessions that close girlfriends share. At times when her feelings for Fuminori grew too strong to contain, Yo often put them into words for Omi to read. Did Omi put a password on her phone? Even if she had, the person who sent the message was obviously able to unlock it, which means that whoever it is has full access to her history. Do you want to know about Sakisaka Fuminori? Yo reads the strange message one more time. Whoever sent it must believe that Yo has an interest in Fuminori. The phone rings again, startling Yo, but she quickly recovers and looks at the screen. There's no title and the sender is still Takahata. Oh. I'll tell you everything when we meet. Come alone, tell no one. It's not Omi. She would never try to scare Yo with such a mean-spirited prank. Anxiety has brought Yo almost to tears. Her mind isn't made to deal with this. Obviously, I would go to the police with this. Let's see what Yo does. Who is using Omi's phone and promising to reveal Fuminori's secrets? Who? Hell! Yo desperately wants advice from Koji, from anyone. She even starts to dial Koji's call, but a sudden suspicion stops her. The sender might be somewhere nearby, watching her at this very moment. A cold chill runs down her spine as she looks furtively around the cafeteria. Come alone, tell no one. The lifeless characters on the screen are like a knife against her throat. However, Yo clutches her phone and forces her heart to stop pounding. Isn't this cowardice exactly what she hates most about herself? Yes! Yes! Character development! Oh! Doesn't she want to know what she's capable of? Doesn't she want to do more than sit and wait? Yo realizes that her hand is shaking. How easy it would be to just give in to her cowardice, to convince herself that Omi and Fuminori are beyond her reach. That is what she truly wants. Even if it means abandoning dignity and loyalty, she wants to flee from the unknown. What the hell is this? What the fuck am I reading? But she also knows that even escape is beyond her. Yo understands herself well. She knows that no matter how far she runs, regret and self-loathing will consume her after everything else has fallen apart. In the end, Yo is unable to overcome her cowardice alone. She lacks both the willpower and the courage to run. Never mind, she is stupid. Why? Go to the police! They would be able, like, with that technology, I believe, track phones! They have the power. Well, they don't have the power, but they have a way of phone companies. They're able to, okay, you know what? Whatever. It's just go to the police, man. Come on. Well, bye. You're dead. Fuck. 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 Okay. The afternoon silence is somehow forbidding. A stink in the air. The stink of garbage left to rot. I don't think it's garbage. Even this perfectly normal residential neighborhood seems ominous to Yo in her current state. It feels like she's standing in the middle of a what the fuck? Necropolis? What the hell? My cats are going crazy right now. Holy shit! Bundles of energy they are. As if everyone in the house around her is dead. Yo pushes her fear aside and presses the buzzer on the Sakisaka house's front gate. Oh my god, here we go. Fuminori wasn't in class today. Is he home? He couldn't have sent those awful messages, could he? He doesn't even want to consider the possibility, so she forces the unwelcome thought from her mind. There's no response from the intercom. Yo doesn't know, of course, that Omi stood in the same spot 1 week ago, staring at the silent intercom with the same confusion that Yo is experiencing now. She, however, is not forced to wait as Omi was. The phone in her pocket rings, catching her off guard. It's another text message from Omi's phone. Come in, the door is open. Yo looks around quickly, a shiver running through her as she realizes that she's being watched. Why are you... God damn it! Stupid, stupid, stupid. Searching fearfully for her observer, Yo spots movement out of the corner of her eye on the second floor of the Sakisaka house. A tightly drawn window curtain just fluttered. The person who sent the message is inside the house. Only now does Yo realize that every other window has its storm shutters closed, so no matter what happens inside, no one will ever know. Yeah, that should scare you a little bit. That should tell you, don't go inside. God damn it. This time, she nearly gives in to the intense urge to flee. No, you should follow that intense urge. Flee! Run! Get out of there! But the terror she feels towards her invisible water is stronger, and she will not permit her to turn her back upon the open window. Oh, you bit. Okay. Well, no character development. Still stupidity. Alright. God damn it. She has nowhere to run. Yo bursts into tears, unable to take a single step. The phone in her hand rings again, demanding that she enter. She steps through the gate. God damn it. Hearing her cry is making me even sad, man. God. When she enters the house, an overwhelming stench assaults her nostrils. The house is dark, even though it is the middle of the day. I wonder why. Fuminori must be out, as his shoes are not in the vestibule. However, Yo catches sight of a different pair stuffed behind the shoe cupboard. They look familiar, so she pulls them out of the she pulls them out of the shadows for a closer look. As soon as she recognizes them, her mind tries desperately to deny reality. They are identical to Omi's favorite shoes. Yo has seen her wearing them many times before, but that doesn't mean Omi is here, she tells herself. They might belong to someone else, someone who bought the same shoes from the same store. There's no way Omi could be here, is there? Why don't you look in the freezer? With a sudden rush of clarity, Yo presses the most frequently used speed dial button on the phone in her tightly clenched fist. The phone dials Omi's number. It takes only a second for the signal to reach the nearest relay station, and then... I'm not gonna lie, that fucking noise made me jump just the tiniest bit. Motherfucker. And I knew it was coming too! Why? Probably because of the sudden image, too, that just popped up. Oh boy! A familiar ringtone echoes through the house. My God, my cats are going crazy. I'm sorry if you can hear them in the back. Crazy! It's coming from the second floor. Someone must still be up there, in the room with the moving curtains. Omi's phone rings for just a few moments, and then it stops, as whoever it is holding it realizes Yo's intentions. For the first time, Yo feels the definite presence of her formless guide. Who's there? She gathers her courage. Yeah, sure. And calls out into the house, but there's no response. Whoever it is must not want to be seen. Swallowing hard, Yo walks down the hallway to the staircase. Maybe it's Omi, maybe it's Fuminori. Surely it's just the two of them, playing a prank on her. Koji might even be here with them. Yo's mind fills with comforting images of her friends. She needs to believe that there is still hope. Otherwise, she could not take another step. Yo, while she is alone right there in that hallway, the observer obviously in that room where she cannot see her in the hallway, okay? I would use this time right here, right now, to either dial 911 or not really as helpful, but I guess kind of, text Koji saying where you are, what has happened, hit send before doing anything else. Any of those options, I would do this. But we all know how the story goes, and Yo has to be a sacrifice here. So let's make it happen. All right. Did I read this? Yes, I did. Okay. Is that you, Omi? Fuminori? Are you there? Thumbnail material. Boink. As she climbs the stairs one at a time, Yo calls out in a voice choked with tears. When they see her sobbing, they will probably laugh at her. Let them. It would be the happiest moment of her life. She just wants this torment to end. She tries to move faster, but her trembling legs will not let her. With each agonizing second that passes, she begs for release from this nightmare. Oh, even better perspective. Cool. Okay. I like the detail of the phone, too. That's nice. After climbing for what seems an eternity, Yo finds herself standing in the second-floor hallway. No sound greets her. Yeah, which is very eerie, by the way. I hate it. There is only the gloom brimming with silent malice. He shuffles forward, calling out in a weak voice. Come out already, please! I can't take this anymore. The door in front of her is half open. It must lead to the room that overlooks the front gate. Yo watches helplessly from a corner of her mind as her body, seeming to move of its own volition, slowly opens the door. The room is empty. The damp, stinking air clings to Yo's skin. Please, stop this. She is at her limit, unable to take a single step more. Her spirit has been utterly crushed. Oh boy. Perhaps this is the moment her tormentor was waiting for. Great! Gonna have to edit this out. Okay, so yeah, everything is not uncensored. Okay. Something grabs Yo's arms from behind. Something flexible and strong, like slime-covered rubber. As the thing binds her limbs, finger-like appendages tear roughly through her blouse and force their way inside. Yo screams at the top of her lungs, amazed that she still has the strength to do so. Responding to her distress, primal energy surges through her body as she flails wildly to free herself. However, the grip of the thing behind her remains unbreakable. With escape impossible, Yo can only scream louder as something cold and wet slips under her bra and wraps itself around her breasts. Her ears are filled with the sound of something slimy sliding over her skin. As the loathsome assault continues, the unimaginable terror threatens to drive Yo utterly mad. Her throat is already raw from screaming, and now she can't even breathe as she struggles desperately against her attacker. Suddenly, the thing pulls away. Yo falls to the floor. Why would it pull? I'm confused. Yo falls to the floor, unable to support herself on her unresponsive legs. The creature that grabbed her is still there, lurking in the dark corner of the room. She can feel it watching her, but can't bring herself to turn around. She knows that seeing it will likely destroy the last I can't even say this word, help! The last vestiges of her sanity. From close by comes the beep of buttons being pressed. Yo hears a cheerful electronic sound, terribly out of place in this room, and sees the phone in her hand blink coldly. A new text message has arrived. She is powerless to stop herself from reading the characters on the screen. You're pretty, and your breasts are so big and soft. I bet they are good for attracting males. What the actual fuck? Is she about to do something that... What? Now she has her answer. The messages from Omi's phone were sent by the thing that just mauled her breasts. Oh my god. God. Yo curls up into a tiny sobbing ball, unable to raise her voice or even move. Oh god, please save me. The creature makes a burbling sound. Yo somehow understands that it is laughing at her. Oh my god. That must be how you tempted Fuminori. You tried to steal him from me, didn't you, thief? What? I'm confused. First off, how does she even know about... I mean, I guess she read through the texts between Yo and Omi in the history of the phone? But still, that's, Unless, while killing Omi, she somehow has the ability to, like, go through memories of those she kills? I don't know, that's, Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to blur this out too. Oh god, why? That's, Yes, okay. Something cold seizes Yo's ankles, then travels slowly up her legs until it has covered her entire lower What the fuck? Some primal female instinct tells her exactly what is going to happen. Okay. I am not reading that. If y'all want to read this line, do it now. 3, 2, 1. Gave you a chance. Okay. Stop, she pleads feebly. Even though there is no hope that the inhumane creature will be merciful. Please, not that. She hears its bubbling laughter again. The thing is enjoying her sorrow, her despair. Yo no longer has the strength to resist the monster on top of her. She is only able to shiver in revulsion as the cold, slimy thing covers her body. Her sight grows dim as her mind sinks deeper and deeper into a black swamp-like abyss. A weight pushes itself in between... A weight pushes itself between her legs, but it seems so far away. Please tell me you're done. Back to Koji. Back to Koji, please. Fuck! I won't kill you. Though her mind is now barely functioning, Yo hears a voice whisper to her inside her head. It is a girl's voice, sweet and sinister, with the cruel innocence of a child gleefully plucking the wings from butterflies. Instead, I'll let you share in our happiness. Rejoice, Yo. We will love you to death. Wait. Hold on, what? Instead, I'll let you share in our happiness. Rejoice, Yo. We will love you to death. We will. Why we will? Why we? The soft voice is a stark contrast to the unwielding strength that drives irresistibly into Yo's core. The pain is sharp and savage, greater than anything she has ever felt before. It should be unbearable, but there is no longer enough left of Yo's mind to recognize it as pain. Oh. While she stares blankly at the thing, slithering deeper and deeper into her body, an idle thought floats through her fading consciousness. I've still never been kissed, have I? What the fuck just happened? Literally. What the fuck? Bruh. Oh my god. Alright. It has begun to snow by the time they pass. What the fuck? How you pronounce this? Utsunomiya on the Kohoko Expressway. I hope the roads aren't snowed out, Koji says. In the passenger seat, Fuminori is gazing out of the frosted window in silence. He's been in this trance-like state for almost an hour now. Taking advantage of his inattention, Koji stares unabashedly at Fuminori from the corner of his eye. He still doesn't understand the danger signals that he's been getting from the man. Fuminori has stopped avoiding Koji, and he's even looking at him in the eye when he talks. But why does he seem even more distant now than he did when he was trying to push his friends away? Fuminori's posture is noticeably relaxed, but his gaze never wavers. Not even for a moment. It's as though he is focused on a clearly defined future that he has chosen to bring about. One that has no place for the needs or wants of others. Right now, Fuminori is complete. Koji cannot help but feel that beneath his bland exterior is a core of solid steel that no one can touch. About Omi, Koji says suddenly, trying to gauge Fuminori's reaction. It's been a week since she disappeared, and we still haven't heard from her. Oh. Fuminori replies curtly, still staring into the distance. That's not good. I wonder what happened to her. Fuminori's tone is completely emotionless. Koji might as well have asked him about the weather or the condition of the mountain roads near their destination. I asked you this before, but you are sure you don't have any idea what happened to her? Not a clue, Fuminori answers, in exactly the same tone that he used when Koji first questioned him following Omi's disappearance. Koji's eyes narrow. It's like you don't give a damn. That's not true. Finally, Fuminori shows some emotion. He sounds hurt, like he can't believe Koji could think such a thing. She disappeared on the way to my place, didn't she? Of course I'm worried. Sudden frustration wells up inside Koji. If possible, he'd like nothing more than to beat the secrets out of Fuminori's head. Beat him! Beat him now! Beat him! Kill him! Do it! Do it! He's gone crazy! He's eating other humans! Koji is worried sick about Omi. To have his concern brushed off so coldly would be unbearable coming from a complete stranger, but from Fuminori, who was his best friend. Fuminori never used to be this callous. Even if Koji tried to interrogate him, he'd probably never find out what changed him so. If Fuminori were still just hiding inside the shell he had erected around himself after the accident, Koji might have been able to get some answers out of him. With this sly, evasive Fuminori, however, there's nothing Koji can do. Fuminori will never reveal his true intentions, not to anyone. All that's left, then, is for Koji to discover the truth on his own. Omi was going to talk to you about Tsukaba. I said that right? Tsukuba. Yeah, okay. You know? Fuminori smiles bitterly at the mention of Tsukuba's name, perhaps feeling sympathy for her pain. To Koji, however, it seems like pity, the sort one directs at an ant or a worm. Confusing sentence, but I think I grasped it. I wouldn't know what to say, to be honest. It's been hard to talk to her after what happened. Unbelievable. If Fuminori's feelings for Yo were really this cold, then he would have rejected her when she first confessed to him. But he didn't, or at least the Fuminori before the accident didn't. Once again, Koji can't help but wonder if this man who looks like his friend is really a different person who only possesses the memories of Sakisaka Fuminori. The snow has stopped falling when they get off the West Nasu Flats interchange. This area must already be getting a lot of snow, however, as the nearby mountains are covered in white beneath the trees. By the time they turn off the highway and enter the mountains, road conditions are already bad enough for Koji to regret having forgotten tire chains. Nevertheless, he continues to power his car up the precarious slopes, with only a road map to guide him. In places like this, an address isn't enough to pinpoint a location. His only choice is to drive down every road, including private roads that aren't even on the map, while searching for something that matches the photograph. Who would buy a home in a place like this? It's far from prying eyes. That must be why Dr. Ogwai chose it. The more he hears about Ogwai, the less Koji wants to meet him. Reasonable, right? Fuminori is the one who spots the narrow road half hidden by the trees. It's practically an animal trail overgrown with weeds that are tall and strong enough to withstand the height of the snow. Is this really a road? Koji stops the car and sticks his head out the window to stare into the dark forest. But he can't see where the path leads through the tightly packed trees. How does it look to you? Fuminori hands Koji the photo, which he compares to the mountain ridges visible beyond the trees. Yeah, it's definitely the right angle. Let's check it out. Fuminori's tone is as flat as always, but there is a quiet intensity in his voice that leaves no room for argument. Although Koji is worried that his car's suspension won't be able to handle the terrain, there's no turning back now. He shifts into second gear, starts down the frozen road. The sun sets early at high altitudes. As the car creeps up the mountain path, Koji catches glimpses through the trees of the gradually darkening sky. The forest is completely still, with no sound save for the rumble of the car's engine and the crackle of the snow and brush beneath its tires. Fuminori is once again staring silently through the front window. In the ominous silence, Koji feels the same faint chill that he felt when standing before Ogwai's suburban home. feels wrong, as though he is traveling deeper and deeper into a world not his own. Interesting. After some time, a blocky shape suddenly appears amid the trees, standing out against the twilight sky. Koji turns off the engine and compares the structure in front of him to the picture in his hand. A perfect match. Before he can tell Fuminori, however, his friend is already out of the car. Hey. Realizing that it's pointless to call out to him, Koji shakes his head, grabs the flashlight from the the glove compartment, and follows Fuminori across the snow-covered yard. That's not a bad thumbnail right there. Maybe I'll choose this one. I guess we'll have to wait and see. The photo must not have been taken recently, as the old run-down cabin before them has clearly been left to the mercy of the elements for some time. Okay. Son of a bitch. The front door appears to be locked, but Fuminori kicks it down without a second thought. Koji just watches, knowing that nothing he could say now would matter. I guess not. Okay. Just force your way in. Perfect. All of the windows are shut with heavy curtains, and the gloom inside is thick and stifling. Fuminori turns on his own flashlight and starts rummaging through the cabin without regard for its owner's privacy. Koji is reluctant to do the same, but it is obvious that this mountain retreat has been abandoned for a long time. Just like the house in Tokyo, there's no point in being considerate now. He goes to search a different room. Soon after entering the cabin, however, he realizes that their search is meaningless. There's nothing inside but the bare necessities of life. Some rooms are even completely empty, save for a thick layer of dust on the floor. Of what few pieces of furniture are present, more than half appear to have never been used. There's an empty chest of drawers without a single scratch or handprint, but bearing the telltale signs of mold and moisture damage. The condition of the cabin is eerie, though in a different way than the filthiness of the house in the city. It's like someone put together a mock-up of a home, and then left it to decay. The only signs that anyone lived here are found in the toilet, the bath, the kitchen, and the bedroom. It appears that the cabin was never used for anything but eating and sleeping. Interesting. Beneath the darkened sky, the snow itself seems to glow with a cold white light. The scene is like something out of a fairy tale, but to Koji, it serves only as an unpleasant reminder that he has stepped outside of the reality that he knows. Next to the front porch is a plain wooden door, half buried in the ground. It's locked, of course, but Koji sees no reason for restraint after what Fuminori did to the front door. The door offers surprisingly little resistance to Koji's heavy kick, breaking open to reveal a set of concrete stairs leading down into a pitch-black basement. Koji would prefer to leave such a forbidding place to Fuminori. But it's not like he can just ask him to take his place. He descends into the chilly darkness, the beam of his flashlight leading the way. There turns out to be nothing in the basement but a storage room and a boiler. Exactly what one would expect to find in an isolated mountain cabin. The few packages of preserved food sitting on the shelves have long since passed their expiration dates, and the boiler doesn't appear to have been used in years. Koji guesses that Ogwai's mountain home has been abandoned longer than the house in Tokyo. Why, though? I guess maybe that was just his previous getaway, and before moving to the house in Tokyo, he just hasn't been using it for a long time. Alright. Was Fuminori simply mistaken when he said that Ogwai might be here? Or was he lying from the beginning? Liar! Not sure what to do next, Koji goes back up the stairs and walks around the outside of the cabin. And there he finds the backyard. Okay. If we start going into the ring territories, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. Hold on, let me save. Yeah! Fucking girl comes out of it. Alright. It's in much worse condition than the front yard, having been mostly reclaimed by the forest. It must have been neglected even when the cabin was still in use. Or, what if his body is down there? There's just a skeleton there. Or bones, yeah. What if Saya actually killed this Dr. Ogwai? Interesting. It may be because out of loneliness, Saya... Oh my god, yeah, that could be it. Maybe... shit. Yeah. Maybe because of out of loneliness, she took the chance of, like, doing something to this guy's head while he was in a, like, medical induced coma because of his neurosurgery from the accident, and made it so that she maybe so that he could see her. But because of doing that, like, it fucked with his entire brain, like, entirely. Because she seemed to know how to do it. Yeah, I don't believe that neighbor guy was the first attempt. I don't know. I'm really trying to think of other possibilities here. But I have been wrong. Half right, half wrong on many occasions here. And I think we're halfway through this visual novel, or are we just below halfway there? I don't know. But yeah, maybe that's it. We'll see. It must have been neglected even when the cabin was still in use. The remnants of a wood shed lie in the yard. Oh, there's a wood shed too, okay. The mushrooms growing on it speaks to, wait, what? The mushrooms growing on it speaking to how much time has passed since its collapse. Oh, okay, never mind. Well. Next to the rotten logs, however, stands a circle of stone that has not yet succumbed to the elements. A well. Yes, I see this. The well has no bucket or pulley, and when Koji peers carefully into it, he sees that the water is no longer flowing. So there's not a body down there. It's probably less than 10 meters deep, depending on how much mud is piled up inside. Oh, okay. Koji's search of the cabin has revealed nothing of interest inside or out. Leaning against the edge of the well, Koji wonders why Ogwai bought this remote home deep in the mountains and what he was doing here. As far as Koji can tell, there's no sign that more than one person ever stayed here. It's far from prying eyes. Fuminori's words play back in Koji's head. Could this have been some sort of secret refuge a place to remain hidden from the world. That would explain why there's nothing to suggest that whoever lived here did anything more than eat and sleep. Koji suddenly remembers the doctor he met yesterday at T University. Maybe she'd know something. He takes out his phone and calls up the number. There's barely a signal, but it manages to get through. Oh. Koji's hopes are soon dashed, however, when his call goes straight to Dr. Tambo's voicemail. He considers calling back later, but realizes that it would be hard to talk to her with Fuminori around. Fuminori would not at all be pleased to learn that Koji and Yo went to see his doctor. Koji decides that he'd better tell the doctor what he can while he's still alone. Oh shit, voicemail. Okay. Hello, this is Tono Koji. Thank you for your help yesterday. Koji leaves a clear and concise message, explaining that he went with Fuminori to Ogwai's mountain retreat, giving the address and asking for confirmation that the property belongs to Ogwai. I'll call again when I get back to Tokyo. Goodbye. After hanging up, Koji thinks back to their visit at a hospital. Is Dr. Tambo actually investigating like she said she would? Her reluctance to speak of Dr. Ogwai is weighing on his mind. He talked to Yo about it on the way home, but they were unable to decide whether the doctor could really be trusted. Speaking of which, how is Yo doing? Koji hasn't seen her today. He didn't say a word to her about his trip to I always forget how to pronounce this. Tochigai? She might be worried, especially so soon after Omi's disappearance. Speaking to check up on her, Koji dials Yo's number and is surprised when it rings longer than it usually does. Did she forget her phone somewhere? Just as he... Oh no. No. Oh no. Oh no, why? Oh shit. Just as he's about to give up, the phone connects. Come on, man, that's wrong on so many levels. The first thing Koji hears is a strange sound. It's not signal interference, but some kind of wet, distorted noise, like the voiceless groans, or perhaps sobs, of someone far away. No, that's exactly what they are. The person on the other side is crying. Is that you? Who's there? There is a response. But is it really Tsukuba's voice? It's too twisted, with agony for Koji to tell. Panic surges through Koji as he realizes that something is terribly wrong. It's Koji! No, Koji! Is that you, Tsukuba? Where are you? After a short period of nothing but pained groans, or moans, whatever, words start coming through the speaker one by one as though each takes an act of will. I was attacked by a monster, and now there's something wrong with my body. What? What happened? Are you alright? Yo must be delirious because Koji can't understand a thing she's saying. Her gasps and wheezes, however, are enough to tell him that she's in unimaginable pain. I'm rotting away. My skin is melting. My ear just came off. What? Huh. She's not making any sense. Koji feels despair seize his heart in an iron grip. What is happening to Yo now? 100 kilometers away. Only her voice gives any hint of what she's going through. There's nothing he can do for her. Help me, Koji. This isn't how my fingers are supposed to look. Call the cops, Tsukuba. Call for help. No, I can't. Let alone see me like this. Yo suddenly breaks into a violent hacking cough, as though trying to expel something filling her throat. Tsukuba! Koji screams into the phone, his reason overwhelmed by unimaginable horror. Oh, Jesus Christ, Flash! Warn me, game! Holy fuck! Oh my god! Flashbang! Ah! Motherfucker! That's not nice. Assholes. Which is why he is unable to react when the phone is suddenly knocked from his hand, and also why he didn't notice Fuminori sneaking up on him, until it was too late. What? Fuminori seizes Koji's lower jaw with his right hand, cutting off Koji's angry shout. Koji can hardly believe the strength of the smaller man's grip. His biggest mistake was leaning back against a well. There is nothing to grab onto as Fuminori pushes him backward over the edge. He can only flail his arms vainly against the air. What? What the fuck is happening? Why would he suddenly want to kill his friends? Like, actually, what the hell? This is not making any sense. This is way too sudden. Okay. He can only flail his arms vainly against the air. Koji soon loses his balance entirely. Another flashbang, you fucking fuckers! Please! Jesus! I'm gonna have to fucking put up a warning. God damn it. He feels a terrifying weightlessness as the world spins before his eyes. Before he can realize what has happened, his back strikes something with tremendous force. I'm actually developing a headache from these fucking flashes in my fucking face. For the love of God! Fucking fuckers, man. No warning. I love it. He thrashes wildly as cold, dirty water fills his mouth and freezes him to the core. Only when his fingers find the wall of the well is he able to regain his sense of direction and right himself. On his hands and knees in the mud, Koji vomits filthy water out of his lungs. Fuminori! He tries to shout, but it comes out as a hoarse groan, distorted by the echo of the cramped space. Fuminori's laughter, on the other hand, is as clear as a bell. Sorry for interrupting your call, he says scornfully. Here, I'll return this. Fuminori tosses Koji's phone into the well. Koji catches it just before it hits him in the face, but finds that the battery pack has been removed, rendering it useless. What the hell are you doing? This is no joke. It's a miracle that Koji is uninjured. He could easily have broken his neck. And just because he's not hurt doesn't mean that he's safe. Koji feels around inside of the well, searching for something to hold on to. But the mud-covered stone offers no purchase. Okay. It's obvious that he won't be able to get out without help. Too bad the fall didn't kill you. Now you have to freeze to death. You really have no luck, Koji. You can't be serious. Koji starts to say, but trails off as the pieces finally come together in his head. Today's sudden change in Fuminori's attitude, that smile that always seemed somehow malevolent, something like that, yeah. Fuminori hadn't been smiling at Koji, but at the thought of his friend's death. Why? He can't wrap his head around this turn of events. Why would Fuminori try to kill him? True, Fuminori had wanted Koji to stay out of his business, but is that really a motive for murder? It's not that I wouldn't... Sorry, my mouth. Dry as fuck. It's not that I needed you dead right now, exactly, but you might have become trouble later on. So I figured I might as well take advantage of this remote location too. Well, might as well. You're doing this on a whim? Do you really need a reason to die? Fuminori replies coldly. He sounds truly amazed that Koji would ask such a thing. What makes you so special, Koji? People die for no reason at all. My parents did, and I almost followed them. You are crazy! Come up with your own reason, why don't you? You will have plenty of time down there. Fuminori disappears from view, leaving Koji alone in the darkness, with nothing to connect him to the outside world. Unfortunately, what he doesn't know is that he already left a message on someone's phone. Oh, what a dumb bitch. Whoopsies. Fuminori! Hey, Fuminori! Koji shouts at the top of his lungs, knowing beyond a doubt that if Fuminori leaves, all hope of rescue will vanish with him. No one will ever hear him calling for help from the bottom of this mountain well. It's Tsukuba. He's in trouble. Hey, Fuminori, listen! Get me out of here! I'm pretty sure he knows. In his desperation, Koji no longer comprehends the futility of begging for mercy. No god or devil will answer him. His only hope is that Fuminori will have a change of heart, praying for a miracle. He keeps calling Fuminori's name. Eventually, the sky grows as dark as the bottom of the well. Koji can no longer make out the edge of the opening, and he has long since lost track of how many hours he has been screaming. Nevertheless, he continues to scream, for he knows that the despair silence brings will kill him. What? For he knows that the despair silence will kill him. Oh, that is a confusing fucking sentence. What? Okay. I think some things were lost in translation here. Just saying. Okay. Anyways. I feel great. The same feeling that you get when the last piece of a difficult puzzle slides smoothly into place. Are these trees? Is that what he sees when he's around trees? Well, not what I wanted. There we go. That's fucked. So those are trees in his eyes, huh? Okay. Huh. I have killed a man, and no one will ever know. I mean, that's what you think. It is a long way back to civilization, but neither the cold nor the exhaustion can ruin my good mood as I walk alone down the snow-covered mountain road. Wait, what? Why is he walking? Why is he walking? I was tempted to use Koji's car, but that would have introduced a flaw into my plan. I don't want anyone to connect me to his disappearance. The plan formed in my mind the moment that I realized how remote the location was. Even if I couldn't find anything to lead me to Dr. Ogwai, his absence would at least prove that the cabin had been utterly abandoned, in which case it would be the perfect spot to take care of a problem. I knew coming all the way out to Tochigai, whatever, wouldn't be a waste of time. I didn't even need to use the meat cleaver hidden under my jacket. A dry well, it's like fate itself provided me with the perfect setting. That idiot didn't even realize the danger he was in, and his phone call distracted him enough for me to take him by surprise. Now, one of the two people whose questions might have caused trouble for me and Saya has vanished from the face of the earth. All that's left is to eliminate the other. Oh, so he doesn't know. He doesn't know. But it's not really. He doesn't know, but it's still not shocking to the fact that he doesn't give a fuck. I mean, right here, right now, he's thinking of how to kill her next, right? So, yeah, doesn't care. I zero doubts that he would give a fuck that Saya killed, her or him. All right. Tsukuba-yo, I mustn't underestimate her just because she's less aggressive than Koji. Even she should be able to see a connection between the disappearances of her two friends. I suppose I should be thankful that it was Yo to whom Koji was talking on the phone. If he'd reported our location to a third party, I'd have to track it down and eliminate that person too. Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know about the goddamn voicemail. He's an idiot. Oh boy. Oh. Poor man. Oh. You dumb bitch. And you threw away the phone too, down in the well. So you don't know. Oof. You could have just gone back to look at his call history. Dumb bitch. I'm a little worried about what they were discussing, but judging by how Koji was screaming into the phone, they probably weren't exchanging detailed information. Either way, I'd better get rid of Yo as soon as possible. See, he's not even worried. Alright. After walking all night long, I finally reached the Nasu Flats station just as the trains started running. Oh, well now we get to see how he views trains. Nice. Alright. It only takes an hour to get back to Tokyo on the Limited Express. It's not enough time to rest, but I'm too wound up for that to matter. Besides, I don't want to waste any time thinking up a way to kill Yo. Using the cabin again would be too dangerous, and I'm not sure how I'd get her out there in the first place. I just exploded in her face the other day. I doubt that she will be as quick to trust me as Koji was, which means that it will be difficult to get her alone. I could ask Saya for her opinion, but even I have some pride. I want to show her that I'm a man who can take care of business. Oh god, he's one of those. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm unable to come up with anything before I get home. I suppose that I should just be proud of having dealt with Koji, the immediate threat. The search of Dr. Ogwai's cabin was a bust, with no trace of his having been there. But I see no reason to be frustrated. Saya isn't all that concerned about the doctor's whereabouts now, so looking for him is just something to satisfy my own curiosity. Home. It's morning. Half a day later than I normally get home. and the sound of Saya running down the stairs tells me just how impatient she was for my return. It makes me feel warm inside. She throws her arms around my neck, her smile at least 20% brighter than usual. What? Welcome home, Fuminori! Sorry I'm late. There was a change of plans. It's okay. I'm just about done with my preparations too. Preparations? Saya responds to my confusion with a mischievous smile. I'm getting a surprise ready for you. What kind of surprise? That's a secret. Anyway, aren't you tired? Do you want to eat or take a bath first? Is she somehow gonna take over Yo's body? But no, on the call she said that her body was melting away, right? But maybe she is somehow able to copy and use her body? I don't know. It's a little weird. Why I'm thinking towards that is because she made a comment about her breasts and how she was able to attract Fuminori at all. You know? Okay. Wait, I didn't read that. Shit! Whoops. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you did while I was rambling on. I don't realize how hungry I am until Saya mentions it. I walked all night without a bite to eat, and now my stomach's emptiness becomes painfully clear. However, I can't sit down to a leisurely meal while covered in the dirt and sweat of the road. I like to grab a quick snack and get in the long hot bath first. I thought you'd just say that, so I got the bath ready. You must be cold after being out all night. Yeah, I sure am. I'm amazed by Saya's foresight. She's always ready to give me what I want before I want it. Oh, buddy. Oh, God. Sounds like you had a hard time. While soaking in the bath together, I tell Saya about my adventure. Oh my god, so she tells... Okay. He tells her, I mean. God damn it. Killing him was easier than I thought. The hard part was getting home. The heat of the bath is soothing, as is the sensation of Saya leaning back against my chest as she massages the fatigue out of my stiff leg muscles. Ah, I'm home. Contentment fills me. I don't even need to sleep to relieve my exhaustion. Just like the living room and the bedroom and the bathroom is painted in the colors that Saya and I find pleasing. But good for you! You murdering psychopath. We've left the entrance and hallway untouched just in case someone could see inside. So these 3 rooms are the only places I can relax in my own home. It was cold in the mountains, even for winter. I should have worn heavier clothing. I was afraid I'd freeze to death while walking home when it got dark. Why didn't you just take that Koji person's clothes? Well, hard to do that after pushing him in the well. I pushed him into the well, remember? His clothes were with him at the bottom. Oh yeah. Saya laughs and sticks her tongue out bashfully. Oh god. Okay. So now there's just that... Wait, what? Why is she not telling... Hold on. Why is she not telling... I'm so confused. Why not tell him? He would not give a fuck. So why not tell him? So now there's that Tsukaba girl to worry about. She's the only person I can think of who can connect me to Koji's disappearance. After I take care of her, we can finally relax. Saya glances at me over her shoulder just like she knows something that I don't. Yeah! Question her on it! Why aren't you... Okay. Have you already thought of a way to kill her? Well, I've been thinking about it, but I haven't come up with anything yet. I was hoping that you might have some ideas about that. Leave it to me, she says, grinning with unusual confidence. I've got ways you'd never dream of. It's as good as done. That's because it is already done. Yappa! Clap, clap. Really? Okay. It should be ready by now. Saya's voice is full of anticipation. Oh, because he's about to show him. Okay. Still, I think you should say it, but She rises from the bath. Come on, I have something to show you. Oh, God. Close your eyes, and don't open them until I say so, okay? Okay. I have no idea what's going on, but I do, as Saya says, and close my eyes. She takes my hand and leads me up the stairs. As I wonder what she has in store for me, the sound of crying reaches my ears. I stiffen. Is she still alive? I'm so confused. What's happening here? Okay. I'm saving just in case. I gotta always save. Alright. Is someone there? No peeking! As she admonishes me, then strokes my arm soothingly. Don't worry, there's no danger. Oh, alright. Little by little, the crying grows louder. I can hear the misery and pain in every choked sob. At first, I'm amazed that Saya would let someone in our house after what happened 2 days ago. But then I realize that something is strange. Isn't Saya the only one whose voice can carry such clear emotion to me? Oh shit, that's right. What the fuck? What did Saya do? Although my eyes are still closed when Saya leads me into the bedroom, my ears tell me that there is someone only a few feet away. And yet I smell none of the human body odor that normally turns my stomach. Okay, time to say hello. Open your eyes. I open my eyes and am struck dumb by what I see. Okay, well they cover the important part at least. Okay. Tsukaba Yo is curled up on the floor, with not a scrap of clothing to cover her shivering body. When I first lay eyes upon her naked flesh, I am entranced by the sensuality of her generous proportions. That is not something you should be saying at this very moment, especially not focusing upon that right now. For fuck's sakes. Far more mature than I would have expected from her usual pure and innocent appearance. Wait, forget about that. Too late for that. Why is she in my bedroom naked? Moreover, why is she... Well, how does she look to you? She's beautiful, but why can I It doesn't make sense. This is the Tsukuba Yo I remember, not the putrid creature whose attentions I found so unbearable after the accident. My senses recognize her as the human that she is. This girl loves you, you know? I do know, but I've never told Saya. Yeah. How did she find out? That's what I want to know too. So I decided to change her body into one that you can love back. What? 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 I'm gonna take a sip of my water. What? Saya pauses to gauge my reaction, then continues with a satisfied nod. I made her like me. Oh my god, no, why? What? Oh my god, you're a monster! I mean, literally, but anyways. What? How? I still don't understand why Saya chose Yo, but this last statement is even more baffling. She changed Yo? Don't you remember what I said the other day? I can mold the bodies of other living things? Yes, I remember. She claimed to have done something to Suzumi's brain. I didn't doubt her sincerity then, but I suppose that some part of me thought she was exaggerating. I hadn't seen her handiwork firsthand. But now... It was a big change this time. Not like the little tweak I made to the man next door. But this is how my abilities are really meant to be used. This was my first time doing it, though. So is this really Yo? Yo finally notices my presence and turns her head to face me. I see a faint glimmer of recognition in her glassy, unfocused eyes. Her features are exactly as I remember them. Incredible. Really, dude? Really, dude? Right now is not the time for that. This is far beyond cosmetic surgery. Once a twisted creature unrecognizable as human, Yo is now a very image of a human... Yo is now the very image of human femininity. There is no similarity between what she was and what she is, which can only mean that she has become something utterly inhuman. According to Saya, she has become what Saya is. No one on this planet knows more about the biology of Homo sapiens than I do, Saya declares, her voice full of pride for her first creation. I've studied a lot. Studied? How did you learn this? Who taught you? When? You couldn't have learned it from Dr. Ogwai. No teacher on Earth could impart such knowledge or skill. Come on, don't you remember what you've been giving me every night? Saya blushes. That's like a blueprint for the human body. I can decipher it, and then I can bend it to my will. What is she really? I've accepted that she isn't human, but there's more to her than that. Saya is something that far transcends my what the f- Saya is something more that far transcends my species. What the fuck is the story, man? What the fuck? It was my first time, though, so I might have messed up a little. When Saya approaches, Yo trembles and tries to crawl away, but is only able to flail her arms and legs wildly. It's like she doesn't know how to move her own body. And the only sounds coming out of her mouth are frightened moans. You can't talk. Yeah. Saya sighs in mild disappointment. I guess the change broke her mind. I mean, it did take a whole 20 hours. You must have suffered a lot. I kinda feel bad. Yo looks up at me pleadingly, as though begging me to save her. She is no longer able to ask me for help, though, or even call my name. Well? Saya asks, her eyes shining with anticipation. Do you like her? What the literal fuck? I am at a loss for words of how to respond. What do you mean, like her? You said you wanted family and friends, didn't you? That's why I got you this present. Not even speaking as though she's a person. Do you like her? Do you like this present? Come on, man. Her innocent explanation only confuses me further. Present? Come on, she's not a dog. There's not much difference. Her head is totally empty. I'm happy that Saya wants to please me, but she could use a little more common sense. It's not that. Holding a person captive is probably a lot harder than you think. Don't worry about it. Look, I have her chained up. Oh my god! Okay, no. Okay. I don't know how you can love Saya after this. Come on, man. Well, no. Okay, well, he just murdered his friend, so no, he has no room to talk. Well. The only thing preventing Yo from being totally naked is the leather collar around her neck. Jesus fucking Christ. I have no idea where Saya got it from, but it's the kind of dog collar that would be sold in any pet store. The chrome chain is fastened to one of the bedposts. Yo tries to get away again, but Saya sends her sprawling with a tug of the chain. Yo tumbles to the floor, squealing in pain. Her actions are those of an unintelligent animal, just as Saya said. She doesn't have the brains to escape or get help. See, there's nothing for you to worry about. Saya has a point. I was racking my brain for a plan to kill Yo, but now my problem has been solved in a way that I never could have imagined. If a normal person looks upon her now, they will probably see no trace of the old Yo. And if she has no memories and can't even speak, then it's perfect. Saya has killed Yo without taking her life. Well, no. He did take her life. Like, in all the senses, she has taken Yo's life. Hello? Though there's still the problem of what she means by giving Yo to me. You're not happy? Saya asks dejectedly, her confidence suddenly gone. Did I misunderstand again? Is this a problem for you? No, but... What do you mean it's not? You sick fuck. Oh my god. Okay. I can take good care of her all by myself. I won't let her make things difficult for you. So can she stay, please? Jesus fucking Christ, talking... okay. That's not it. The last thing I want is to reject the symbol of Saya's affection. But how can I explain to Saya why I'm trying not to look at the naked woman writhing on the floor? It's not that. Yo is the first human figure besides Saya that I've seen in the 3 months since the accident. And she's a woman. A woman positively glowing with voluptuous feminine beauty. Oh my god. Could you not think like with your dick for a moment, please? You murderous fucking bitch. For the love of God! Of course I'm happy, but I also can't ignore the voice of reason that's telling me not to be. Oh, so even after killing your so-called best friend, you still have this so-called voice of reason. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm happy, really, but if I show how pleased I am, I'm worried that you'll... Saya looks puzzled, as though she has absolutely no idea what I'm getting at. I mean, look, you're still a girl, right? Don't you balk at the thought of me living with another girl? After considering this briefly, Saya finally seems to understand what I'm trying to say. Of course not. You worry too much. Maybe I am worrying too much, although I'm pretty sure that I'm just showing the consideration that any man who's sworn his love to a woman would show. Or maybe Saya doesn't understand that a man faced with a woman's naked body can't help but react regardless of his feelings. How funny, you really are kind. Oh, is he? Is he really kind? Yeah? Perfect response. Yeah? I only did this so that she could please you. If you like her and enjoy spending time with her, then I'll be happy too. You have nothing to be shy about. I hate to say this, but I struggle to find the right words to express my true feelings. Men are, well, really depraved creatures, and, I mean, Yo's body has features that yours doesn't, right? So even though it's nothing like my love for you, I can't help but, get aroused. With each word that I squeeze from my lips, Saya's grin grows wider and wider until finally she starts shaking with laughter. Alright? I know, Saya exclaims joyfully. Jovially, I think is the right way to say it. Patting my shoulder with one hand and wiping tears from her eyes with the other. The fuck? Is this a sitcom? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Weird. I don't know if that was supposed to be like a little joke or something. I don't know, that's weird. Am I in a sitcom? What the hell? There's no reason to be ashamed of your natural male instincts. Are you sure? I ask again, as though trying to force her to say no. Oh god. Why so close? I don't like this. Go away. Shoo! Shoo! Be gone! Saya answers me with a smile who's like I never... Okay, this... Yeah. Something's missing in translation here. I'll try it again. Saya answers me with a smile whose like I have never seen before. A few words are swapped in places that aren't supposed to be there. It's a little weird. So terribly calm, and there is something bewitching about the soft set of her lips that... Yeah, see? Like right there. That, whatever, okay. That sets it apart from her usual bright, childish expression. You and I are lovers. Oh my god. And, okay, I cannot say this. My morals are telling me not to read this, so I'm not. But you go ahead and read it. Go ahead. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. She will be reminded of that when we play with her. Every day from now on. Holy fuck. This story is so fucked up. I finally know why Saya chose Yo. for the venom in her voice, and the smile does not escape me. Although she can no longer answer, if asked, Yo would surely have chosen death over this fate. No fucking shit! Duh! And that is the very reason Saya visited it upon her. Again, choice of words are a little weird. I would use the word forced it upon her. How wicked and terrible Saya is. Perhaps others would fear and loathe her. I, however, find her malevolence irresistibly charming. Of course you do, you murderous, cannibalistic fucking creepo. Of course you would! The horrifying cruelty of what she has done to Yo is so very human. Though her shape may be different, her soul is the same as ours. When I look upon Yo's wretched form, I see the intensity and passion of Saya's love for me. For the flames that have consumed Yo are fueled by that very love. I find myself enthusiastically accepting Saya's present. Do you like this pet too? Yeah, she's very pretty. It feels good to touch. Well, you'll enjoy playing with her too, right? I don't have to hold back, do I? Of course I will. Grinning happily, Saya grabs the chain and pulls Yo to her feet. Try touching her, Fuminori. She's really nice and soft. Okay. As Yo looks up at me with teary, pleading eyes, I approach and let my gaze roam freely over her lush body and ripe breasts. What the fuck? I run my fingers through her hair, finding it as smooth as Saya's. Enjoying the feel, I continue to caress Yo's head. My fucking god, what is wrong with this? Well, everything. Her fearful expression softens a little. Perhaps she remembers me in some part of her mind, and believes even now that I will be kind to her. How foolish. Okay, more editing! Yay! Oh, Jesus Christ. I stop stroking her hair and calmly seize both of her breasts. She flinches in pain at the sudden rough treatment, but I ignore her and continue to knead her breasts as my lust demands. I hate reading this out loud. I may skip, but I don't know. Obviously, if you're hearing me say this out loud, then, well, I didn't edit this out. So, yay, I guess. Jesus Christ. I feel dirty, man. I feel fucking dirty. They are incredibly soft. When I squeeze them, it's like my fingers are being sucked inside. The tears in Yo's eyes cause a new sadistic desire to well up within me. She must not have been sufficiently prepared, as her choked scream is like that of a dying animal. In fact, it reminds me of how Suzumi screamed when I stabbed him with my knife. I don't want to know. I'm not reading this out loud, actually. You can go ahead and read it yourself, okay? Holy shit. Later, as I lie on my bed drained of energy, I consider what my life will be like from now on. Saya is resting in my arms. Yo is curled up on the floor. Yesterday, I could not have imagined that the three of us would be a family. A new home, new food, and new family. And 3 sickos over here. Well, no, not 3, 2, but anyway. Yeah, this whole situation is so... God damn it, man. All granted to me by Saya. She has selflessly led me from the brink of death to find new joy amid despair. And I, too, have changed. I have killed 2 people with my own hands, and made a third my mindless slave. Oh my fucking god. Well, at least you're not fucking trying to sugarcoat it. You I hate this guy. I hate him so much. Oh, I hope he fucking... Oh, I hope he dies painfully, man. Please, I want that so much. Oh, I want that so fucking much. Yet despite all that I have done, I am still able to sleep peacefully. Yeah, I bet you do, you fucking freak. Without doubt, I am no longer the Sakisaka Fuminori I once was. How far will Saya take me? What will I become? I feel somewhat unsure, though not discouraged, about my unknown world into which we are heading into. And so, while playing with Saya's hair, I ask, Saya, what are you? I don't expect an answer. If Saya is asleep or doesn't want to respond, I won't mind. Saya lifts her head, however, and draws my gaze into the deep pools of her eyes. It's kind of hard to explain. She thinks for a while, searching for the right words. Then says simply, you know the dandelion flower? The one that scatters its seeds on the wind. Yeah? The wind carries those fluffy seeds far, far from where they were born. What if one of them ends up in a desert where not even a single blade of grass is growing? If you can imagine how that lone seed will feel, then you might be able to understand me. I don't. I don't understand what the fuck you're fucking trying to explain, man. What? What? As I consider Saya's answer, she continues her story. That seed is still a baby flower. If it does its best, it could turn even a desert into a garden. Maybe that little seed will decide to thrive. Maybe it will decide to grow and multiply, that it can turn the whole desert into a field of dandelions. Okay, now I understand it. Okay, so now I understand it. She's not of this world. She was put onto this world alone. And she's hoping to spread out, grow, and multiply. Like how she did with Yo. She made Yo into like something of herself. Okay. What do you think can give it the strength to do so? What? I whisper, entranced. Saya smiles softly and caresses my cheek. All it needs is to be loved by just one person in the whole desert. All it needs is to be told how pretty dandelions are. The loving touch of her slender fingers fills me with peace and joy. I love you. I pull her into my chest, nodding silently. Stay with me forever. Never leave my side. I promise. Basking in the soft warmth of our love for each other, we sink into the oblivion of sleep. Holy fuck, this was a long recording. Wait, what? What's going on here? What? Why are we here? How long has this recording been Oh my god! Well, 2-hour video. Fantastic. Alright. You know what? I'll leave that on the cliffhanger. I'll leave this here. Save. Yes. Cool. Title. Yes. Alright. So, a lot of editing I'm gonna have to do. And a lot of things have happened. Unpleasant things. This was a heavily impactful episode here, huh? Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how long is left of this visual novel. Huh. But Fuminori is an idiot. And I hope he gets his righteousness of justice, being a painful, slow, agonizing death. Please, oh please, I am praying to all visual novel gods. Please. Even though the story is amazing. The story is good. It really is. It's left me wanting to continue even now, but I have been recording for so long. And you can tell throughout this whole video here that I've been fumbling like an idiot. Correcting myself. Not all because of myself, mind you. I could tell that some words are misplaced and missing or translated wrong, maybe. It was weird in some places. But overall, the story is pretty good. Pretty good. And I hope you all stick around for what happens next time. If you did enjoy, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we will continue along on this journey of this fucked up story next time. So stick around. And until then, please, as a reminder, stay sinful, folks. Bye-bye.